Welcome to another episode of Finding Love, and today we're going to do a little mastermind on why good women stop blooming in love. And I'm Jenni Hendrix. I am a product of divorce. I've let people have access to me that should have been long gone. I am a wife of 8 years, mother of 3, and I'm going to dive into it today. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Make me feel complete. Is OD, you got me, is OD. Baby, you're all that I need. No one can be what you mean to me. Boy, I know you need this.
So we were just looking at our friend groups, looking at what social media are posting. We're looking at all of the things, and we kept seeing this recurring theme around good women. So many good women are either stuck in bad situations, or even worse, they are like giving up. They're like, I'm gonna climb this corporate ladder and I'm gonna just do my own thing. This sense of independence has them stuck. So it's really 3 different types of women that I want to kind of deep dive and work through. This is giving you some perspective, giving you some motivation to keep going and finding love. But the 3 women, and it's, give or take the wording a little bit. But we got our first woman is the corporate climber. I'm going to call her the corporate climber. She's focused on her career. She's diving into her work. She's given her all. She has amassed some success or is looking to not stop until she gets there, right? Then we got the woman who has been married and is either still married, knowing she need to leave, or she has already left that marriage. And she might not have even supposed to have married that man. Okay? It's been lacking all of the things for a long time. And then we got our third single woman who just keeps going back to that old thing. It's real comfortable. When she got some free time, she got a little cuddy buddy, right? And she knew she's supposed to be long gone. Stop talking to him for a while now. I want to dive into some stats. I want to look at some scientific information. And I just want to go around and just really dive into the psyche of this woman, because we know that you cannot bloom from rotten soil. And these women are continuously pouring dead soil, dry soil, soil from the dead vegetation, right? Onto themselves, and they're shrinking instead of blooming.
Wow. I think those 3 different women have similarities, but some of them have their own linear walk. You have somebody who's just pouring everything into their career, somebody who's pouring everything into their family, and then somebody who is been alone and single and can be a product of social media, can be a product of their own friendships, and can also be a product of devaluing their own self.
Oh, yeah. And I want to go to the independent woman first.
Okay.
Because I resonate so much with her. I am educated. I have, been a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade. I've always wanted to have businesses and be rich. I wanted to be rich, okay? And a big piece of that, I knew that I would have to pour a lot into work. And I didn't see how a husband, and definitely didn't see how kids could even fit the mold of my lifestyle.
Wow.
And rather than trying to figure it out, I said, let me stay the course. Let me stay the course. Let me make sure that I'm pursuing my dreams and I am getting my family out the hood, so to speak, right? I always wanted to build wealth and change the trajectory of my entire family. So in focusing on that and finding my passions and pouring into my work, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard to even consider it, let alone it was pee in the dating pool. So now I'm seeing women who are doing all of the things. They're more educated. They're making more money. They see the glass ceiling has been cracked at least, right? I try to put it back up there, but we'll talk about that later. But the glass ceiling has been cracked, and they're reaching and they're pouring themselves into their work. I just want to offer you this tidbit. Baby, it is so beautiful having a partner that supports you. So beautiful being able to lay down with your friend and they tell you how they think you need to go, right? You have given me so much support and feedback, and we've been able to work through things together and perspective, right?
Yeah.
We're in this male-dominated world, but we talking to our girls about how to get through to these men. It doesn't make sense, right? So it's been so beautiful being able to still pursue my dreams, still grow my businesses, still make money and change the trajectory of my family with a partner.
Yeah.
And I think that so many women, it's just too hard. Like dating, I gotta get to know you. I gotta, spend time with you to figure out that you crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of effort. But I just want women to know that there is beauty in weeding through the soil. There is beauty in pruning, your trajectory in life with the help of someone else.
Yeah, and I think that's so good because there's so many strong, independent women out here that are just going to get it in their career. But the reality is nobody should ever feel alone. And I think that so often that those women go into their one-track mind and they put this defense and armor on because that's what society has done to them, and this is the only way they've been able to create success, that they are just going to get it and they are always on. But guess what happens in that scenario? They lack a partner where they feel like they're in it with, and they're also missing out on that soft girl era that's going to balance her out. So can she do it? Yes. Is she capable? Absolutely. But wouldn't it be nice to sometime be able to just give it to somebody else?
I also think that women are wired to be submissive. And people hate that word, but go on here and read your Bibles. Submitting does not mean you tell me what to do and I just do what you say. Submitting does mean entering that soft girl era where I don't have to think about all of the things. I don't have to be the leader in this household. I can look to you for guidance and do the things that I'm naturally just wired to do.
Yes.
A big piece of being a nurturer is being nurtured. Right? And so I'm looking at women and I'm seeing that they are finding intimacy with their friend groups. They're finding, connection through community, right?
Yeah.
But the physical intimacy, and my girl, one of my good friends, Dr. Brienne, she says, this is a doctor, okay? This is a physician said that physical intimacy and the oxytocin that is released in your body is healing. Okay, your girlfriends. I mean, unless what's that movie we were just watching? The show, Hunting Wives. Unless it's her, Marjorie. I don't know.
Yeah,
she next level. But your regular girlfriends are not giving you that release, and that release is stress reducing. It gives you just this satisfaction in life. It gives you just a little bit of a boost to say, let's keep going. Let's stay the course. And you have to look into your real relationships with a real human. And that is not, I'm going to go release these oxytocins with my cuddy buddy, right? So it's just really finding that sense of I deserve all things and I can have it all. The self-talk that I want women to start giving themselves more is lacking.
Yeah.
We've been programmed to think that we got to choose one or the other. You got to be a stay-at-home mom in order to be a mother. No. You have to, your career can't come first.
That's right.
No. They're all things that have to work in connection with each other. Some days your kid is sick. I'm sorry, this meeting is canceled. This meeting is postponed. But there's some days that the deal got to get done. And I'm sorry, date night is going to be on another day this week. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like pouring into that and really believing it. I teach entrepreneurs all day that you need to first believe that you can achieve wealth. You can be rich. You deserve to be rich, right? And with women, we have to believe that we can be career driven and build wealth and legacy, but we also can still be in our soft girl era, and we can still be intentional and present mothers.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're in your professional bag, but you have to continue to work on your relationship with building yourself out. You have to continue to work on your relationship with God. Continue getting in that gym.
Yes.
Continue building those positive relationships, because if you're doing all of the things to continue to grow yourself, then guess what? Everything will happen in His time, and you'll be prepared for that moment.
That's facts. And I wanted to look at this research. This is Psychology Today has a 2024 cross-national study of people from 12 countries that found that individuals in committed relationships had higher life satisfaction and emotional well-being than single people. And now I got to go on because it's going to segue to our second type of single lady. Those single not by choice, right? Because some women are like, I'm in my single girl era, okay? But not by choice reported the lowest happiness and the greatest loneliness. And then, most importantly, that I thought just really drove this study home, it highlighted that relationship quality matters. People in good relationships had the highest life satisfaction and positive emotions, while those in bad relationships scored worse than those who were single. And I said all of that to say that it's not just about having a partner. It is not just about having, no, I got somebody to go to double date with, or, no. It is about having someone that is feeding to you and is an asset in your life.
Yeah.
That person should not just have one thing covered. He can't just bring the money. He can't just be the provider, right? He has to be an asset to who you are. And a big piece of being an asset is being able to intellectually stimulate you and help you go after your goals, right? He has to lead you in your spirituality. If you're like, come on, let's go to church every time, it's not going to work. You have to be equally yoked in a lot of different ways. I mean, the whole premise of equally yoked was to share and balance the load. So it was not about, the egg yolks or, y'all just meshed together. It was about balancing the load. And a big piece of balancing is making sure I got what you don't. And here's what you need. You're giving and you're taking from each other, right? And so it just really made me think about what independence really is to a lot of women. And it's fear. It's fear that I can't give this to you. You won't be able to handle this. You won't be able to love me or lead me in a way that I think will fulfill me. I'll never find someone that is good enough or lives up to my standards or who can be an asset to us, right? So it's a fear. And hey, we walk by faith, not by sight. And a lot of fear is projecting what you think is going to happen in the future. I don't know about none of y'all, but we're not mind readers, right? We're not fortune tellers. We don't know. So why are we fearing the unknown rather than embracing the fact that it could be?
That's right.
It could be bliss,
Yeah.
flourishing, unadulterated love and joy that can come out of a real good companionship.
Yeah. And a man that is ready to handle your value, he can uplift you.
Yes.
Because that is really what an asset is. He is going to help you evolve into a woman that you didn't even know you could become. We all know that you are strong and beautiful, but what you did not know is that you could hit a whole nother level with the right partner by your side.
Right.
And guess what about those burdens? You got somebody to share the load with.
Yes.
So that's not as heavy either. And so the real partnership that I think a lot of independent women do not see, if they're open to it and they allow that right man to come in, they will exponentially grow their happiness and joy
Yes.
and quality of life.
Yeah. So it just makes me think about the women who stuck it out 10, 15, 20 years in a marriage that have been dying for 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 years in the marriage, right? And I think that too often women take on that failure all on their own. Like, oh, could I have tried harder? What did I do? Did I choose wrong? Did I give it my all? And it's not about you giving your all. You could have been giving it to the wrong person. So it makes me think about blooming again, right? For you to give your all at your fullest potential, you have to be full. You have to be ready. You have to be healthy, right? In all of the ways. And too often, your self-worth, your self-esteem, depression has taken over. All of these things have diminished because you are in a relationship with the wrong person. And now you are finding comfort in not rocking the boat, right? I'ma just stay still. Ain't nothing out here. I keep seeing this being a dating pool. I don't got time to explore my other options. And you stop by staying with this person. You stop pouring into yourself. And a big part of being able to really rise to your truest potential is being poured. It is being watered. And a lot of that comes from yourself.
Yeah. And if you have a partner and you feel drained and you feel on E and you feel like you need a recharge or you need to get out of the house just to be able to feel some level of positivity, then that's not a partner. Right? And that's not somebody that you can grow with. And that's not somebody that you can grow by yourself with. So make sure that you're being open to the possibility of a partner, but let's also not allow a person to come in there and pose as a partner.
Absolutely. And it just makes me think about if a woman is constantly pulling up a man, she needs to stop and think, who's holding me up?
Yeah. Yeah.
How am I standing to pull you? And a lot of times, nobody is, which is why you're being drained. And it made me think about these stats and just some other stuff coming from some different studies. 32% of women earned more in 2023 than their spouses. 5% earned about the same, right? And then when we talk about education levels, women are overeducated, right? 60%, 62% of marriages have women that are more educated. And then, just talking about a 2025 study of dating couples found that those who openly share and support each other's spiritual experiences report higher relationship satisfaction and commitment. So it got me thinking about how the trends of what we believed marriage was when we looked at our grandparents, how it has shifted.
Yeah.
Right? And, how divorce and unhealthy marriages within our parents have shifted us away. And it got me thinking about singer Maya, right?
Yeah.
She had the single ladies like, because she is beautiful. She is still thriving. She does look happy and perfect, right? You like, dang, ooh, just no kid thing. Just ain't kind of cool. But when she talked about it, she was saying that it wasn't on her radar because of what she had seen.
That's right.
So that let me know that she put up her own barrier and roadblock to really flourishing because of the negativity that she grew up with. If I had allowed my parents' marriage to dictate if I was going to get married and have children, there would be no Find It Love podcast. Period, right? So it's like getting past the traumas of what you've seen, the experiences that you've had with other people has to be a part of your healing journey. And a part of that healing journey will give you this newfound self-respect and self-worth that won't even allow toxic behaviors in your space. You will eliminate the access of certain people to you.
Yeah.
And I believe that had she done that, she wouldn't have had some of the experiences that took her back to her childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Because she's old enough now to have worked through some of the trauma from her childhood, right? But now she's had some experiences along the way that mirrored it.
Yep.
So now she doesn't even realize that no matter how beautiful she is, how successful she is, even how much happiness she feels, she has halted herself in really seeing all that life has to offer.
Yeah, and I heard her speak to her upbringing, which seemed like she had some bad experiences there as it related to co-parenting or marriage, and then also when she got into the industry. And I think sometimes when I watch her, she seems extremely emotionally intelligent, but what I also see is that sometimes women put up this defense mechanism and they'll say, well, no, I'm open to a relationship, but I'm good anyway, right? And so I hear that defense, and I get that defense, but all I would disclaim is, are you really open to it, right? And really tap into that emotional intelligence within yourself and truly be open to everything that can come your way. Because another thing is energy attracts energy, and that can be positive or negative. And so when you see a woman, when a man steps back and looks at a woman with positive energy, it don't matter if that man got good energy or bad energy. He wants some of that. So you have to be protective of your energy, but you also have to be open to receiving good energy for yourself.
I also want to urge women to really take a look at what's going on around them, right? Because the most dangerous man is not showing up, yelling, screaming, hitting, taking from you, right?
Right, yeah.
He's showing up as comfort.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you know for a fact he is not the one, right? So the one that you keep running back to, the one that, you know, when you're having a lonely, sleepless night, you call it. Or he's able to call you at 1 a.m. when he's having a lonely, sleepless night, right? Those can be the most dangerous in halting your true potential to find who you're supposed to be with. You know, so that cutty body.
Yeah.
That one that feels safe and it feels, you know, comfortable, but you know it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He is peeing on the fire hydrant.
Yeah.
He is letting other dogs know that you take it. And you think that no, I'm out here dating and I'm open, but you're not. Because as long as you have some comfort at home, you will never really give yourself the capacity to be open and to show suitors, real ones, that you're available.
Yeah. When you see that good woman that's always backsliding to the wrong man, all she's doing is numbing the pain. And so she might have too many drinks that one night. She calls him. That relationship gets reignited. But what you're also doing is you're blocking your blessing for the right man to come along. Because although you have all the qualities to be a good mother, a good friend, and a good wife, you're wasting them on the wrong guy. And you can't receive a guy that's worthy of you if you aren't fully committed to who you are and who you can be. So you can backslide if you want to, but just know and be careful that you could be missing out on a guy that is willing to do everything you want and deserve. All you got to do is get out your own way.
Yeah. It just makes me think of that saying that we've all heard, don't give, you know, permanent access to temporary lessons. Okay. And right now you are allowing someone that you've been dealing with for years, maybe. For years, but it never was meant to be that long. Y'all was supposed to have a conversation, maybe go on a couple dates, a couple text exchange.
She knows it. She knows that.
And you know it. You know it, which is why you haven't given him your all. You haven't poured into this relationship. You haven't asked him the right questions because you know it. You know, and I'm not opposed to spinning the block, right? Because I have a good friend who they dated in high school, had to go out there and find themselves in college, and they came back and are one of the most flourishing relationships that we know of, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to spinning the block, but it has to be in line. They knew that they weren't ready yet.
Yeah.
They had to go get ready, and they came back right. They came back correct. If that person that you're giving all this comfort to, that you're allowing full access to you, has come back, hasn't changed, still talking about the same stuff, hasn't, put the pressure on you, because if they spin in the block, they know.
Yep.
They know.
Yep.
So they haven't done anything to let you know that this is something that we are going to progress with for our futures together.
Yep. Yep.
Let's keep it moving.
And you want to know how you know that's a toxic situation? Because you pick up that phone late at night. You head over there. You have some drinks, and you get in bed, and you do what you do, and you have instant and quick satisfaction. But what happens when you wake up the next morning? You look over there and you say, why do I keep doing this? And you know what you do next? You don't tell your girls, and you don't even have the conversation with yourself to say, I'm not doing this anymore.
That's good.
Yeah. And so that spin the block on the toxic relationship just keeps happening until you make the decision and have the discipline to say, he never deserved me from the start. He don't deserve me now, and he ain't gonna take no more of my future.
That's so good. I mean, just the part about you not telling your girls is so telling.
Yep.
Because when you have a good thing, and when you have a real connection, and when you think that this could even potentially go anywhere else, you want to shout it from the mountaintops. And if you can't do that with your friend group because you think somebody gonna be jealous or somebody gonna be checking for them or something, that's a friend group that you need to dead immediately. But if you're doing it because you know this ain't right, you done told them how bad he is, and he really hasn't changed, come on. You're telling yourself everything that you need to know. Because the right one, the right partner will come and exhibit signs of the companionship and release, from this loneliness that you are feeling. That's going to happen immediately. But they will also begin to elevate you in ways that you didn't even realize you needed.
Yeah.
They're going to hold you accountable to your fitness goals. They're going to hold you accountable to your career goals. They're going to hold you accountable to being who you say you want to be. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful space to live in where your best friend, right? Your partner is your best friend. You have fun, you laugh, you encourage each other, you motivate each other. The amount of joy that comes out of it will outweigh any argument, any disagreement, any downtime, any trauma that even happens. Life be lifing, right? And you might be in the best space of your life right now, and tomorrow somebody's gone.
Wow.
And grief hits, or tomorrow you get sick or in an accident and disability hits. It's so much that could come out of just the normal twists and turns of life, that having a dedicated, committed partner on your level can just wipe everything away.
And I'm so glad you brought this topic up for us to do an episode, because there are so many good quality women that get stuck, that settle, and they really not allowing a good quality man to experience their value. I hope they listen to this and understand that I am worthy. I need to get back into my bag, and I need to make sure that if I'm pouring into me and I'm working on everything in my power to work on all the right relationships in my life, then I'm going to give grace and patience to him, because he's going to give me everything I deserve.
Yes.
And he'll make a way professionally, socially, friendship, spouse, if you just stay ready.
Yeah. On that note, I think we need to toast.
Let's do it.
So we got on this topic because I'm speaking at a conference called Bloom here in Southfield, Michigan. And it just really made me think about what women really need. And you need financial success, right? You need emotional boundaries. And you need spiritual protection, right? All of that comes in marriage.
Yeah.
All of it comes from finding the right partner. So I want you to stay open, stay available, and look at what you really truly need as an asset to your life. And if it does not provide you with that asset, get rid of it. Thank you. Thank you for choosing you, and cheers to you finding everything you need in love.
Cheers. We are finally here at season 2, and we could not have done it without any of you.
We're talking all stages of relationships, from dating to courting to marriage to reaching that forever status.
We are bringing all the true stories to the forefront, and guess what? This year, we're coming back bigger, better, and stronger, and it's all because of all of you.
So stay tuned for what we're going to do next. We are on all platforms at I Am Finding Love, and be sure to subscribe to our website at iamfindinglove.com.
And do not forget, tune in each and every Friday as you keep asking us questions and we keep delivering the answers.
Baby, you're all that I need. No, I can be what you mean to me. Make me feel complete. It's OD, you got me